Imagine waking up every day feeling like your own body is attacking you. A relentless, invisible war being waged on your joints, your skin, your gut, or your brain. What if I told you that for countless individuals, the key to ending this internal battle, to silencing the alarm bells of autoimmune disease, isn't found in a prescription bottle, but in something as fundamental as what you choose to put on your plate? I am MS Mirza from Carnivore Cure. Welcome! If you've been searching for answers, exhausted by conventional approaches, and are ready to explore a radical, yet profoundly effective, path to reclaiming your health from autoimmune disease, then you are in the absolute right place. If you're new here, subscribe, like, comment, and share. It truly helps us cut through the noise and get this life-changing information to the people who need it most. Today, we're not just scratching the surface. We're diving deep into the science, the stories, and the undeniable power of a 90-day carnivore transformation for autoimmune disease. This isn't about quick fixes. It's about a fundamental reset that allows your body to finally heal. Part 1. The Autoimmune Enigma. Why mainstream medicine misses the mark. Let's start with the problem. Autoimmune diseases are an epidemic, affecting over 24 million Americans, with estimates ranging as high as 50 million when including conditions like Hashimoto's thyroiditis. We're talking about a vast spectrum: rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, multiple sclerosis, psoriasis, celiac disease, and many more. The common thread: your immune system, designed to protect you from foreign invaders, mistakenly turns on itself, attacking your own tissues. Mainstream medicine, while offering vital support, often frames autoimmune disease as a lifelong, progressive condition that can only be managed with powerful immunosuppressant drugs. These medications, steroids, biologics, chemotherapy agents, can be life-saving. There's no denying their crucial role in acute situations. However, they come with a hefty price tag of side effects, ranging from increased infection risk to organ damage, and they rarely address the root cause of the immune system's dysfunction. It's like putting a band-aid on a gushing wound while continually irritating the injury. Here's the critical content gap. Mainstream approaches often overlook the profound impact of diet and lifestyle on immune regulation. The idea that food could be fueling the autoimmune fire, or conversely, be the most potent extinguisher, is often relegated to alternative medicine, or dismissed entirely. We're taught to treat the symptoms, but rarely empowered to remove the triggers. The prevailing narrative often neglects the concept of dietary triggers that can continuously provoke an overactive immune response, leading to chronic inflammation and tissue damage. What if many of these autoimmune flares are, in part, a reaction to what we're eating every single day? This is the fundamental question the carnivore diet seeks to answer. Part 2. Fueling the fire: how modern diet provokes autoimmunity. To understand why the carnivore diet can be so effective, we first need to understand what's often driving autoimmune activity in the standard modern diet. It's a multi-pronged assault on your immune system. The leaky gut link, the gateway to autoimmunity. This is where the story truly begins. The lining of your small intestine is a remarkable barrier, designed to let digested nutrients into your bloodstream while keeping undigested food particles, toxins, and bacteria out. Imagine it as a finely woven mesh. When this mesh becomes damaged, it develops holes, a condition commonly known as leaky gut, or increased intestinal permeability. When your gut is leaky, these unwanted substances sneak into your bloodstream. Your immune system, seeing these foreign invaders, mounts an attack. If this happens repeatedly, the immune system remains on high alert, eventually becoming hypersensitive and potentially starting to attack similar-looking molecules in your own body's tissues, a concept called molecular mimicry. Many researchers now believe that a compromised gut barrier is a foundational step in the development and perpetuation of many autoimmune diseases. Fasano, 2012. So, what causes a leaky gut? Several factors, but diet plays a massive role. The dietary provocateurs. What's lighting the match? On a standard Western diet, we're constantly exposed to a barrage of compounds that can irritate the gut and hyperstimulate the immune system. Industrial seed oils, high omega-6. These highly processed oils, soybean, corn, canola, sunflower, are ubiquitous in processed foods and restaurant cooking. They are exceptionally high in omega-6 fatty acids, creating a drastic imbalance with anti-inflammatory omega-3s. This skewed ratio directly contributes to the production of pro-inflammatory molecules in the body, essentially putting your immune system on a constant low simmer. Simopoulos, 2016, processed sugars and refined carbohydrates. These foods cause rapid blood sugar spikes, leading to chronically elevated insulin. High insulin levels are pro-inflammatory and can exacerbate autoimmune conditions. Beyond that, the sheer lack of nutrients in these empty calories means your body lacks the building blocks for proper immune function and tissue repair. Lustig, 2013, plant anti-nutrients and defense chemicals. This is the most overlooked and, for autoimmune sufferers, often the most impactful category. Plants are not passive. They have evolved sophisticated chemical defenses to deter predators, us. While some people tolerate these compounds well, for those with a compromised gut or an already overactive immune system, they can be potent triggers. Lectins, found in grains, legumes, beans, peanuts, and nightshades, tomatoes, potatoes, peppers. These proteins can bind to the gut lining, potentially damaging it and interfering with nutrient absorption. Some lectins are known to provoke an immune response. Cordain et al., 2005, oxalates, abundant in spinach, almonds, rhubarb, and chocolate. These sharp, crystalline compounds can cause direct irritation and damage to tissues for sensitive individuals, and can contribute to kidney stones and joint pain. Phytates, primarily in grains and legumes. These compounds bind to essential minerals like zinc, magnesium, and iron, preventing their absorption. A deficiency in these minerals can impair immune function. Saponins, salicylates, gluten, a specific lectin. These are just a few more examples of plant compounds that can trigger immune reactions, inflammation, and gut damage in susceptible individuals. For someone battling an autoimmune disease, these dietary components are not just problematic. They are often the very fuel continuously stoking the autoimmune fire, making true remission incredibly difficult to achieve on a standard diet. Part 3. The Carnivore Shield. Why meat is the ultimate elimination diet. Now, let's flip the script. If the modern diet is a minefield for autoimmune sufferers, the carnivore diet acts as the ultimate shield, systematically removing these triggers and providing the optimal environment for healing. Radical elimination. Taking out the trash. The core power of the carnivore diet lies in its simplicity. It's the most comprehensive elimination diet available. By focusing exclusively on animal products, meat, fish, eggs, and often some dairy if tolerated, you automatically remove every single one of the dietary provocateurs we just discussed. No sugars or refined carbohydrates, eliminating blood sugar spikes and chronic insulin elevation. No industrial seed oils, rebalancing the critical omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. No plant anti-nutrients, giving your gut a much-needed break from lectins, oxalates, phytates, and other irritants. This radical elimination protocol allows your immune system to stand down from constant alert, giving your gut barrier a chance to repair and reduce systemic inflammation. Think of it as hitting the reset button on an overactive immune system. Without the constant barrage of dietary triggers, the immune system can calm down and stop attacking its own body. Nutrient density, building blocks for repair. Beyond simply removing harmful elements, the carnivore diet provides an abundance of highly bioavailable nutrients essential for healing and robust immune function. Bioavailable protein. Animal products are complete protein sources, providing all essential amino acids in the perfect ratios for human needs. These amino acids are crucial for repairing damaged tissues, like the gut lining, synthesizing immune cells, and producing enzymes and hormones. Heme iron. Far superior to plant-based non-heme iron, heme iron is critical for oxygen transport, energy production, and preventing fatigue, a common symptom in autoimmune conditions. Zinc. Abundant in red meat, zinc is a cornerstone mineral for immune regulation, wound healing, and gut integrity. Vitamin B complex. Organ meats are packed with B vitamins, B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B9, B12, essential for energy metabolism and nervous system health, often compromised in autoimmune fatigue and brain fog. Fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, K2. These vitamins, particularly vitamin A, retinol, and K2, are crucial for immune modulation, bone health, and reducing inflammation. They are found in highly bioavailable forms in liver, egg yolks, and grass-fed dairy. Omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines provide preformed EPA and DHA, powerful anti-inflammatory agents that help rebalance the omega-6 ratio. Collagen and gelatin, found in bone broth and connective tissues, these provide glycine and proline, amino acids vital for gut lining repair and joint health. By saturating the body with these essential, highly absorbable nutrients, the carnivore diet empowers your body's intrinsic healing mechanisms, allowing it to rebuild and restore itself at a cellular level. Part 4. The 90-Day Blueprint. What to expect on your journey. Embarking on a 90-day carnivore transformation for autoimmune disease is a journey, not a destination. It requires commitment, patience, and a willingness to listen to your body. Here's a general blueprint of what you might expect. The first few weeks. Adaptation and detox, days 1 to 30. The initial phase can be challenging as your body transitions from burning carbohydrates to burning fat for fuel. This is often called the keto flu, and it's a sign of metabolic adaptation. Symptoms. You might experience fatigue, headaches, irritability, muscle cramps, or brain fog. This is often due to electrolyte imbalances as your kidneys excrete more water and sodium. Solution. Electrolyte supplementation is crucial. Increase your intake of high-quality salt, like Redmond Real Salt, and consider magnesium and potassium supplements. Drink plenty of water. Cravings. Carb cravings can be intense initially. Stay strong. Focus on nutrient-dense animal fats and proteins to feel satiated. Early wins. Many people report almost immediate reductions in bloating, gas, and digestive discomfort. Energy levels might fluctuate but should begin to stabilize. Skin issues might start to show subtle improvements. The healing phase. Gut repair and immune modulation, days 31 to 60. Once fat adapted, your body can focus more deeply on healing. Stabilized energy. You'll likely experience sustained energy levels throughout the day, without the typical afternoon crashes. Mental clarity often improves dramatically. Reduced inflammation. This is where the magic for autoimmune conditions truly begins. With constant dietary triggers removed, systemic inflammation begins to significantly decrease. You might notice joint pain, aches and stiffness that plagued you for years may start to subside or disappear entirely. Skin, psoriasis, eczema, and acne may show remarkable clearing. Digestion. IBS symptoms, chronic diarrhea or constipation often resolve as the gut heals. Brain fog. Many report a lifting of the fog, leading to improved concentration and mood. Weight loss, if needed, without constant insulin spikes, your body becomes efficient at burning stored fat. Remission and reintroduction, days 61 to 90 and beyond. By this point, many individuals with autoimmune conditions report significant improvements, often reaching a state of remission from their symptoms. Sustained symptom relief. Continued relief from autoimmune flares, pain, fatigue, and other debilitating symptoms. Enhanced well-being. A general feeling of vitality, mental sharpness, and emotional stability. Reintroduction. Optional and cautious. After 90 days, if you're feeling significantly better, you might consider carefully reintroducing certain plant foods, one at a time, to identify any specific triggers. However, many autoimmune sufferers find such profound relief that they choose to remain primarily carnivore long-term. This process must be slow, methodical, and done with acute awareness of your body's reactions. Example. Try one new vegetable for a few days, watch for any returning symptoms, digestive upset, joint pain, skin flare. If negative, you can keep it. If positive, eliminate it immediately. The goal of this 90-day reset is not just to feel better temporarily, but to achieve a deep, sustained level of healing where your body's immune system is no longer attacking itself. Part 5. Real people, real victories, stories from the front lines. The science is compelling, but it's the real-life transformations that truly speak volumes. These are composite stories, inspired by the countless individuals who have found healing on the carnivore diet. Sarah's silent battle, conquering rheumatoid arthritis. Sarah, a vibrant 42-year-old marketing executive, found herself increasingly crippled by rheumatoid arthritis. Her hands were swollen and painful, her mornings a symphony of stiffness, and fatigue had become her constant companion. She was on multiple medications, but the disease was steadily progressing. Desperate, she stumbled upon the carnivore diet. I was skeptical, Sarah admits. My friends thought I was crazy, eating just meat and eggs. But I was in so much pain, I'd try anything. Within the first month, her bloating, which she hadn't even realized was a problem, vanished. By day 45, the morning stiffness in her hands had significantly lessened. By the end of 90 days, I was opening jars again without pain, my energy was back, and my inflammatory markers had plummeted, she recounts, tears welling up. My rheumatologist was astonished. He said he'd never seen such a rapid and dramatic improvement without aggressive medication changes. Sarah's immune system had finally quieted down, her joints no longer under siege. Mark's gut rebellion, taming Crohn's disease. Mark, a 28-year-old software engineer, had battled Crohn's disease since his teens. His life was dictated by debilitating flare-ups, urgent dashes to the bathroom, and the constant fear of pain. He had tried every diet under the sun. Nothing stuck. I was losing hope, Mark shared. The idea of eating only meat seemed insane, especially when everyone tells you fiber is essential for gut health. But the pain pushed him to try. The first 2 weeks were tough, adjusting to no carbs. But then, a miracle, his gut started to calm down. The constant urgency subsided. By the 60-day mark, he realized he hadn't had a major flare-up in weeks. My gut pain disappeared entirely, he says, almost disbelieving. I haven't felt this calm, this normal, in my gut since I was a kid. It's like my intestines finally got a vacation from all the irritation. Mark's gut barrier had started to heal, no longer letting inflammatory triggers into his bloodstream. Maria's clouded mind, clearing Hashimoto's and brain fog. Maria, a busy mother of 3 and a graphic designer, struggled with Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Beyond the fatigue and weight gain, the most debilitating symptom was the brain fog. It was like trying to think through a thick cloud, she describes. Her thyroid medications helped with some symptoms, but the mental fog persisted. I'd heard about carnivore for weight loss, but not for brain fog, Maria explains. Driven by a desire to get her sharpness back, she committed to 90 days. Within a month, she noticed a subtle shift. The afternoon energy slump disappeared. By day 75, she found herself effortlessly tackling complex design projects and remembering details she would have previously forgotten. It wasn't just my thyroid numbers improving. It was my mind, Maria exclaims. The brain fog lifted completely. I feel sharp, clear, and more energetic than I have in a decade. It's like I got my brain back. By removing inflammatory foods, she had reduced the autoimmune attack on her thyroid and the associated systemic inflammation impacting her cognitive function. Part 6. Addressing the skeptics, common concerns. I know what you're thinking. This sounds too good to be true. What about X, Y, or Z? Let's tackle some of the most common concerns and fill in the content gaps that mainstream sources often leave unanswered. But what about fiber for gut health? This is arguably the biggest myth perpetuated in modern nutrition. We are constantly told that fiber is essential. For many, fiber acts as a bulk agent, but for a compromised gut, fiber can be a significant irritant, causing bloating, gas, and digestive distress. The idea that humans need fiber is largely based on observational studies, not interventional studies showing fiber is essential for gut health when other irritants are removed. Many carnivores report a complete resolution of constipation and other digestive issues without any dietary fiber. The colon can function perfectly well without fiber, using other fuel sources like ketones. Furthermore, a diverse gut microbiome can thrive without plant fiber, adapting to utilize mucin from the gut lining and other byproducts of animal protein digestion. Chassa et al. 2017, for autoimmune conditions linked to leaky gut, removing fiber can be a crucial step in allowing the gut lining to heal. Won't all that red meat cause inflammation, heart disease? Another widespread concern, often fueled by older, observational studies that failed to differentiate between processed and unprocessed meats, or failed to control for the overall dietary context. When red meat is consumed as part of a zero-carb, zero-seed oil carnivore diet, the picture changes dramatically. High-quality, unprocessed red meat is a nutrient powerhouse, providing anti-inflammatory nutrients like creatine, carnosine, choline, and highly bioavailable iron and zinc. O'Keefe et al., 2015. Many individuals on a carnivore diet see improvements in cardiovascular markers, including reduced triglycerides, increased HDL, good cholesterol, and stable LDL particles, contrary to popular belief. Lenners et al., 2021. The inflammatory burden from processed foods, sugar, and industrial seed oils is far greater than from red meat itself. Is this diet sustainable long-term? Where are the studies? This is a valid question, as large-scale, long-term randomized controlled trials, RCTs, specifically on the carnivore diet are still emerging. While gold standard RCTs are still limited, we have several lines of evidence. Evolutionary precedent. Many indigenous cultures, like the Maasai, Inuit, and traditional Plains Indians, thrived on near-carnivorous diets for millennia, demonstrating long-term health and vitality. Clinical anecdotal evidence. A rapidly growing body of self-reported data and case studies, like the Harvard Mass General Survey of 2,000-plus carnivores, shows remarkable long-term improvements in chronic disease, including autoimmune conditions. Lenners et al., 2021. Mechanistic plausibility. The strong theoretical basis for removing inflammatory triggers and providing essential nutrients supports the observed outcomes. Very low-carb research. Extensive research on ketogenic diets, which are very close to carnivore, for conditions like type 2 diabetes and epilepsy demonstrates long-term safety and efficacy. Virta Health Studies, Holberg et al., 2018. The absence of decades-long studies specifically on the carnivore diet does not equate to evidence of harm, especially when weighed against the overwhelming evidence of harm from the standard American diet, which does have decades of studies. What about specific nutrients not found in meat? Concerns about vitamin C, magnesium, potassium, and calcium are common. Vitamin C. Fresh meat, especially organ meat like liver, contains sufficient vitamin C to prevent deficiency, particularly when glucose intake is minimal. Glucose and vitamin C compete for absorption. With little glucose, the body's need for vitamin C plummets, and what little it gets from meat is used far more efficiently. Hoffer, 2011. Magnesium and potassium. Muscle meats are excellent sources of both. Electrolyte balance is crucial during adaptation, but long-term, a well-formulated carnivore diet typically provides adequate amounts. Calcium. Dairy, if tolerated, bone broth, and small, edible bones, like in canned fish, are rich sources. The bioavailable forms of vitamin K2 in animal foods also ensure proper calcium utilization. A well-rounded carnivore diet that includes muscle meat, organ meats, eggs, and fatty fish is incredibly nutrient-dense and typically covers all essential nutrient requirements in highly absorbable forms. Conclusion. Reclaiming your health, one meal at a time. The journey from autoimmune disease to remission can feel like an uphill battle, often leaving individuals feeling disempowered and hopeless. But what if the path to true healing, to silencing the internal war, was simpler and more profound than we've been led to believe? The 90-day carnivore transformation offers a powerful, research-backed strategy for those battling autoimmune conditions. By systematically removing the most common dietary triggers and providing the body with an abundance of highly bioavailable nutrients, it creates an optimal environment for gut healing, immune modulation, and a significant reduction in systemic inflammation. This isn't just about managing symptoms. It's about addressing the root cause and empowering your body to achieve genuine remission. This is not a guaranteed cure for everyone, but for countless individuals, it has been the missing piece, the turning point that allowed them to reclaim their lives from debilitating illness. Your body has an incredible capacity to heal, given the right conditions. It's time to stop fighting your biology and start nourishing it. If this deep dive has ignited a spark of hope and curiosity in you, then my mission is accomplished. Subscribe to Carnivore Cure if you're ready to challenge conventional wisdom and embark on a journey towards root cause healing. Now, I want to hear from you. What aspect of autoimmune disease has been your biggest struggle, and what part of this information resonates most with you? Share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. Your experience and engagement help build a powerful community of healing. Disclaimer: I am not a medical doctor. This video is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. If you have an autoimmune disease and are on medication, it is absolutely crucial to consult with a qualified healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet or lifestyle. His medication dosages will likely need to be carefully monitored and adjusted under medical supervision. I'm MS Mirza. Stay strong, trust your body's innate wisdom, and I'll see you in the next video.